Welcome back. Negotiations for a climate change deal at COP21 in Paris are precariously hanging in a balance with only a day before the summit ends tomorrow. A final draft agreement released last night continues to divide the talks and countries.
Negotiators are in a nail-biting race against time to conclude the talks with a legally binding agreement. Ministers literally spent the night in the chambers, poring over the draft in a search for common areas that could form the basis of a credible agreement. The Group of 77 in China, boasting a membership of more than 130 countries, is one of the unhappy constituencies. The fundamental unresolved disputes are mainly over finance.
We are concerned that there does not appear to be a long-term vision on the provision of support, nor strong legal commitment for the developed country parties to provide finance, technology transfer and capacity building.
We have serious concerns about the lack of a balanced provision to ensure that the least capable countries continue to get prioritized access to finance.
There is also what they call differentiation, which relates to who pays and benefits from the climate finance. Some say developed countries must pay, but others say the world has changed now. Emerging economies must also pay.
The Paris Agreement must set a clear direction of travel for parties to take on greater action as capacities allow, and not bind us into static categories.
Experts are now intimating that without these issues being resolved, it is unlikely that there would be a meaningful agreement here on Friday.
My guess is that it would be all the big issues related to what could not be settled through an agreement or decision text here.
There are also divisions about the limit to the rising global temperatures. The most vulnerable countries to climate change want them to be kept at 1.5 degrees Celsius, while others say it must be 2 degrees. Speculation is rife now here that this conference will end with a compromise political statement committing to this UN process, but not a legally binding agreement. And then they will defer the outstanding issues to COP22 to be held in Morocco next year for further debate. Tammy Dixon, SABC News in Paris.
And earlier we spoke to our correspondent Tammy Dixon, who's attending